So the Tennessee Titans scheduled a second interview with Brian Callahan. This is the in-person interview. And while this does not mean 100% he's going to get the job, what this means is that it is now down to most likely 5 or 6 individuals for this Tennessee Titans head coaching job. He is now in the final lineup. He's like the finalist. I don't know why I think the finalist of The Bachelor. He's like the finalist of The Bachelor right now, okay? There is a chance that he could get this job. Now, we saw this last year where Brian Callahan was a finalist to go for the coaching job for the Colts. Lou was a finalist against Jonathan Gannon going for the finalist versus the Cardinals job. And both of them lost it. Both of them did not get the job, even though they were like one of the 3 guys left to potentially get that said job. Lou was even one of the 2 left to get that job. So just because they get a second, in-person interview doesn't really mean much, if anything. It just means that this team now is like, hey, listen, your virtual interview, it went perfect. We love it. Now we're going to try to see you in person. And this is more like, we want to see your mannerisms. We want to see how you act. We want to see if we can get along with you. Because over the phone, you can say everything perfect. You can say all the right things. But when you're in person, they want to see how you respond to things. Maybe put you through some drills of, hey, if A, B, C, D, E, F, G happen, how would you respond? Now, keep in mind that Brian also did in-person interviews with, not in-person. He did virtual interviews with the Chargers, the Falcons, and the Panthers. None of these 3 teams have called him up yet for a in-person interview. So it's very possible that this does happen. He gets a in-person interview sometime over next week. Keep in mind, you cannot do them until the 22nd. So you cannot start in-person interviews until... My calendar is not working here. Here we go. So you can't start in-person interviews until Monday. So that's why right now, you're going to have a lot of teams who are going to call up coaches and say, hey, listen, we'd like to do an in-person interview. Would you stop by and kind of see what we can work on? And again, that starts on Monday. So it's very possible over today. This actually came out yesterday. It's very possible either today, tomorrow, or Saturday, Sunday that we see, in-person interviews start to be kind of the norm, right, all over the NFL. Now, again, it's very possible Brian Callahan could get an in-person interview from these other 3 teams, and that would be a very positive for him. Again, if we do lose Brian Callahan, we're going with Dan Pitcher. He's our OC, and we're going to just figure it out. And that's just how it works, right? Whenever you're good, you lose your pieces of your puzzle you have put together in your coaching staff. And I know we had kind of a down year, only going 9-8. But at the end of the day, our offense was still very productive with Brian Callahan at OC. With, why could I not think of his name right now? Jake Browning. My brain is all over the place today. With Jake Browning at quarterback, we were very effective. We won, 3 of our last 4 games. He's going to get a shot somewhere. And we're going to see how he ends up doing. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. We'll see if he gets this job. I will say Tennessee's an interesting spot. Just because I don't really think it's going to be that successful for him. And I don't want to see him fail or flop. So this is definitely one of those interesting spots. He's going to have Will Levis, Malik Willis, and Ryan Tannehill. I'm going to guess they get rid of Ryan Tannehill. Derrick Henry's already out of town. DeAndre Hopkins is going to leave. His best receiver is going to be Treylon Burks. He has a very wishy-washy offensive line, a young quarterback that they're going to have to develop. He's going to have not really many receivers outside of that. Tajay Spears in the backfield. And then defensively, they have a good defense. So I think, it's going to be interesting to see how he's able to develop that team and move them forward if he does get that job. For example, I think the best position possible for him would be the Chargers, just because the Chargers have, Justin Herbert. Potentially, they get back Austin Eckler. He's a free agent. Who knows? They have Keenan Allen. They got Mike Williams. They got Johnston. They also have a pretty good defense. So I think the Chargers would probably be the best spot for Brian Callahan. Then it would probably be the Falcons. Then it would be the Panthers. And I think that the Titans would probably be the worst spot personally, just because of all the pieces they're losing. But you know what? He's going to do him, and he's going to go to whatever spot he feels is best. So tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.